Hi, welcome to my session 5 final presentation. We'll be examining the aspects of leadership styles as they pertain to a small business. Today we'll be looking at the Honeybee Shop. This is a small business founded and run by Shannon Holbrook. She started off her business in the summer of 2015, right out of high school and right into college. She knew she needed a planner for college, so after she purchased one, she immediately started designing her own stickers. She opened up shop to sell her stickers as printable downloads for other people on Etsy. Eventually, her stickers became more popular, and she began to develop physical planner stickers as well as other stationery, and eventually moved on to bigger things like keychains, housewares, accessories, and her own planners and journals. We're going to start by talking about motivation. We're going to see what motivates the people at the Honeybee Shop. The value that Shan places on her team members, and we're going to talk about something Shan created that I'm going to call the place of mind. So what motivates us? What motivates the people at the Honeybee Shop? Shan feels that passion in what you do, family, and financial security are all really big motivators. She loves what she does. She gets up and what she does sparks joy in her life. She also loves her family. She wants to provide for them. She wants to take care of them. And with that comes financial security and success. She knows that seeing the financial success is motivation for her and for her team to keep moving forward, because when you are financially successful, you feel more successful. But all of that is grounded in her idea that passion and family are the biggest motivators. Everyone on the Honeybee team is at the top. For Shan, her team members, they all have something to contribute. They all have something of value that they can bring to the company. Everyone is important on the team. Not one job is more important than the other, from shipping and receiving to product production, and even her job. They are all equally as valuable to each other. Every job is essential to the company, and every voice matters. Every person has views that can benefit the whole of the company. Every little bit of feedback is brought into consideration by the whole team and by Shan. And everyone deserves to feel valued. Everybody deserves to be seen. She has created a place where people feel their value and know their worth. And all in all, that creates a very positive work environment. The Honeybee Shop isn't just a place to work, it's a place of mind. And let me explain what that means. The company is a place where Shan's values and visions are communicated and reciprocated by the team. She feels that team values and morals should be aligned. This is how she does this. She communicates with the team. And this engagement primarily happens during team meetings, where everyone can focus on getting on the same page. They're encouraged to ask questions and voice their concerns about anything that is being presented. accomplishing the right place of mind means that transparency is important during these meetings. Everyone is encouraged to speak up so everything can proceed with understanding, and her team is given patience and a lot of the time to do just that. And through that engagement, they're able to collaborate, get feedback, and that is always welcome. Next, I want to talk about leadership. Leadership is responsible for creating vision within the organization. With that comes exercising various leadership styles and determining the next step to take, and preparing for changes, because they always happen. Creating vision starts with communication. During weekly meetings, Shan brings everything to the team's attention, and this is where everyone discusses the state of things within the company and what is happening currently. It's also where the team makes plans and sets goals. In between those weekly meetings, there's constant and consistent daily communication that allows everybody to maintain verbal and written communication. She has a whiteboard where they keep track of goals that need to be met or goals that have been met, projects that need to be completed or have been already completed, and also the company's progress. Shan's leadership style can be described as participative. She places a lot of trust in her team members, and that allows them to be more productive. They know their jobs, they know what they can accomplish, and they know each of their tasks better than she does most of the time. So she's always encouraging them to give feedback and to find solutions for improvements in productivity and how to drive sales. With that said, her team members are pretty much their own managers. They know their jobs best, and they're very aware and confident in how to execute those tasks. So Shan just trusts them to get everything done, and that is a big deal. It's hard for a leader to accomplish that in a team, and I think Shan's done it very well. However, some of the larger decisions do fall to her, but when she's faced with something that she ultimately has to encounter herself, she always consults the team. She brings them in, asks them for feedback, and then that helps her make the bigger decisions. But all in all, I think that Shan is a servant leader. She puts the needs of her team above everything else. Shan expressed the biggest risk that she took was the development and implementation of the Honeybee Shop monthly subscription box. It's called the Babe Box. She admits to taking the challenge before considering how to meet the deadlines, how to meet monthly deadlines, and how to distribute things, new things monthly to her customers. And she didn't really know how she was going to execute such a big task and maintain it for years. But she feels that taking on the challenge made her a more consistent business owner, and it helped her show up for her team and her customers, meaning she felt encouraged to perform better for those customers and for her team. And all in all, the experience had pushed her to develop more structure and become a more structured leader When met with a plateau in the company, Shan says she always consults the team. She always collaborates with them and asks for feedback in developing new ideas. She asks her friends and her family outside of the company for input. She even asks her customers via social media how or what they should develop next. She believes that never being satisfied means that there's always room for generating new ideas. This mentality helps navigate her and the team towards positive changes. She expresses that they can always go next level. Organizations always face unexpected changes. That's just a given. Sometimes they have time to sit down and make a strategy, but sometimes they don't. And whether or not Shan has that time, she says that tackling challenge comes down to 3 basic things. She communicates with the team, she communicates with her customers, and she writes things down. She says that when they're faced with something that needs to change or a different direction that they need to go in, she talks to the team. And when unexpected things happen, she always expresses those things and informs her customers of certain setbacks. And she also writes things down, and it helps her keep track of changes that happen and also to brainstorm and make strategies for tackling the changes that happen just, right off the cuff. Creating a team where everyone is at the top requires a balance of followership. Shan's created an environment that fosters teamwork and everybody's encouraged to ask questions, but most importantly, respect is a top priority. Shan feels that effective teamwork relies heavily on communicating what is happening now. Team meetings lets them all discuss what is happening now, what is coming, and how they're prepared for the next level. Shan's team members encourage one another. They recognize each other's accomplishments and their helpfulness, and they believe that a simple thank you goes a long way. Shan feels that a good follower should be a good listener and someone who wants to understand the directions. They are also someone who asks questions for clarity and for confirmation, and she's a really firm believer in there are no stupid questions. Finally, I want to say that the Honeybee Shop has been able to flourish as a company with very minimal organizational conflict, and this is how they've done it. The Honeybee Shop has managed to keep conflict at a minimum by prioritizing respect. The team respects each other. They demonstrate a great deal of emotional awareness where they value each other's feelings and their contribution to the team, and they just communicate with each other. They talk about everything and they get along really well. And that is what has been able to keep this company moving forward and moving strong. So what have we learned? We've learned that communication, motivation, collaboration, and consideration are essential for any organization. Thank you for visiting the Honeybee Shop with me. It was a really sweet ride.